Well, I got just a few bits there to bead blast that I'm going to paint with the frame here, and I'm hopefully going to get that ready for paint today. As you remember in my last video, the paint cup fell off my little spray gun. Well, the washer, the gasket for the paint cup was like beveled really steep. Still beveled a little bit, so I'm going to leave it and putting it in the vise and crushing it down so this sits more flat here. Sorry, I'm not even shining the camera where I'm looking. And then that way it will, yeah, that's much better already, but you can still see it's a little, I don't know if it shows up or not, it's still a little on an angle. So we'll just clamp it in the vise and leave it there until I need it. There we go, just put it down in a couple of washers and snug that up really good, and hopefully that straightens it up a bit more, and I think I'll get some more years of use out of it. I hung the frame from the cherry picker the way I like it. I kind of go through these holes where the gas tank grommets. They go straight through and loop a coat hanger up, and you know, the old wire ones, and through there, and then another one over there. Sometimes that'll be fine for the way it is to paint it. I'll raise it up more when I go to spray it so I can get underneath, but I did all the little bits rough sanding I needed to do, and now I'm ready to blow it off and prime it. So once it stops raining, I will just roll it out the door and take the air hose and give it a good, get all the nooks and crannies, everything. I don't want any media coming out of anything and getting in the paint, you know, when I'm spraying it. If the spray gun, you know, if there's some down in here and you spray it and the media comes out and you've already painted or not or whatever, you still get sand in it. So you got to make sure you blow every little skerrick of sand out of everything. I mean, yeah, it's going to take me 10-15 minutes in itself just to make sure there's no media in it. And then I'll wipe it down with wax and grease remover and blow it off with compressed air again to get any lint from wiping it down. And then I'll metal etch prime it, and it's ready for paint. I just wiped the frame down with this. Basically get it ready for primer. I think I'm going to roll it out and prime it right now. There we go. The frame is all primed up and ready for paint. Paint it maybe tomorrow. Right now there's a severe thunderstorm watch in effect, so yeah, painting's not going to happen right now. And as far as these pavers, I've got a lot of people comment, why don't I just flip them over? Well, I don't know if it shows up or not, but the edge of the brick is beveled on this side, and the other side it's not. So there's no flipping bricks over, but I have plenty of bricks over here on a park bench under it, and I plant impatiens all through here, and they grow well into here. So I can take, there's 3 rows of bricks there I can swap bricks from if I need to, but I'm going to first try putting a little paint stripper on it and pressure washing it off. If that doesn't work, I'll just swap out the bricks. The ground is still frozen. There's still ice on the ground. Once the ground's thawed, I can dig out what's soaked into the ground, just flick that into the garden somewhere, and then just get dirt from the garden, put there, mix it with some grass seed, and that'll come out okay. I'm not worried about the lawn. The pavers, like I say, I'll just swap them from over there if necessary. But anyway, this is paint ready. I'm going to let it dry overnight. Tomorrow, if the weather cooperates, we'll shoot some gloss black on it. I guess I wasn't paying attention and I wasn't videoing what I was doing, but anyway, I did some bead blasting. That's still kind of tacky, that's why it's glossy, but that's satin black, so I'll dry kind of flat. Same with these are all blasted and painted up. And I got the steering head thing in the parts washer because that's going to be the next part that I clean up. Paint, I got to take the whole oil cylinder off. I might do that before I start running it in the parts washer. Kind of a before shot after cleaning. I just ran this through the parts washer so you can kind of, now I'll show you what it looks like once the paint's dry on it. And I keep track of the parts off this. You know, I just put things else so I know the key lock and the steering lock and whatnot, and those bolts will go to this. So I just throw them in there, and those parts I know they go to the wiring harness doodad. Anyway, let me throw this in the blast cabinet, and then we'll give it a quick mask and spray. That looks much better, don't you think? Yeah, that'll look good on the bike once everything's together and whatnot. And the foot peg's got a second coat, that got a second coat. So all the satin black gets 2 coats like the gloss black acrylic enamel. So tomorrow those get painted. And the frame, it's supposed to be a nice day. Today is a little cold. Yesterday was super windy and a chance of snow showers. But I just got done cleaning some of the primer off, masking where there was a ground here. If you remember when I took the bike apart, there was a bolt here, a little apparatus, this little, let's see, where'd it go? This little apparatus right here was bolted in right here and just sat under in here. It had to be grounded there, so you got to make sure you have your grounds clean. So I masked it, and then this is where the coil's attached, and this was bare too for ground, so I cleaned the primer off and masked it. And now I'm just gonna give it just 2 little spots of quick primer, and then I'll be ready for paint tomorrow. Getting ready to paint the frame today, so I'm getting paint mixed up so we can get to spraying. That is coat 1. Yeah, there's a lot of little nooks and crannies on this frame, all up in here, and you can still see I got primer showing. So I'll have to hit that a little heavier in there. And you know, you don't see this, but I want it painted so it doesn't rust. You don't see a lot of this because the engine hides it, but again, and I got a little thin here. I don't even think that's just overspray stuff, so hit this all really good again. You see primer through there, but this is a first coat. First coats are typically thin. We'll let that tack up and go out and hit it with a second coat and then maybe a third. We'll look at it after a second and see how it looks. Some of the areas I have taped I used to test. So the paint still feels tacky but doesn't stick to my glove. So I think we're ready for a second coat. Let's go out and give it another coat. Coat number 2, I think I'm going to put a third coat on it just because I have enough paint mixed up to do it. But it looks pretty good. I did see a little bit of orange peel right here, but again, that's not where you see it. So, but we're going to shoot it one more coat. Looks really good. Coming along nice. Yeah, I'm quite happy with it. Hopefully it keeps going good. It's still too wet. It's 45 or 46 out, and I got the heat set on 70. Let me see. Yeah, see the paint sticks to my glove. See, so it's still too tacky. When it sticks like masking tape and doesn't stick to my finger or glove, that's when it's ready for another coat. So we'll let it dry up another 10-15 minutes. Yep, I think 3 coats will be the ticket. It looks amazing. Absolutely came out amazing. Very happy, no spray or orange peely look. I did get one little run, but it's not where you're going to see it, so I don't really care. But it was it's so minor you don't even almost notice the run. But anyway, yeah, it came out nice. This frame's going to look good. I think that sandblasting the frame makes all the difference in the world when you go to restore these bikes and repaint them. Get all the paint, old paint and dirt and rust out of the welds and joints. And when I bead blasted the frame, the first thing I did was go around and focus on all the welds and funny little joints, and those are the most important. And then I focused on, you know, just the tubes and stuff. You know, sometimes you can almost just sand those as quick, but frames are things like this. Tubing and stuff like this is probably the most difficult thing there is to paint. It's not like a flat surface, you know, to where you can just blow the paint on. You got to go around and you got to get in these nooks and crannies so you can get the paint on all the sides. You got to get into these openings and into these openings. You know, it's the only way it's going to look good, and it just takes a lot of effort. That's why I use my little door jam gun and get paint down in between there so you don't have rust, you know, forming. Get paint in everything so that it's, you know, you don't have future issues with it. If somebody decides they want to ride this bike as what it was built to be ridden, it'll stay in much better shape than if you didn't paint in there. It would rust, you know. They'd wash it or ride it through mud and water and get dirt in there, and then you know, you wash it and it cleans up nice like this, but the parts that are bare will start rusting. and it'll leave stains in the paint, and then it expands from there and just looks bad. So that's why you got to kind of get all these nooks and crannies the best you can. That's why frames, motorcycle frames, are probably the most difficult thing there are to paint. Tubing in general, but motorcycle frames, because it's all different dimensions and shapes of tubing and whatnot. So anyway, there we go. The frame is painted. We'll let that dry. That is still, well, it's not sticking to my finger. So that's probably, if I was going to put another coat on, which I'm not going to, that is ready. You can hear it, maybe. Sounds like masking tape, but it's not sticking to my finger. That's when you start laying on your next coat. Well, I was going in to edit out you guys a video, and then as soon as I started editing, I realized I hadn't painted these parts. So I still got a little bit of paint, extra leftover paint that I didn't use all the paint I mixed. So I am going to spray these right now. There we go. Now all the bits and pieces are painted. So I'll just have to edit this in somewhere into the video so it shows up. But yeah, they're all freshly painted. I just had enough leftover paint to shoot a couple good coats on them. After the paint's dry, I'm gonna take my Dremel with a little brass wire wheel and clean all the cooling fins, clean this jug up, head and everything really good on this engine. And I'm gonna take, this has pretty good paint on it. I might take this to the paint store to get the paint matched. And I'm gonna pop these covers off and paint them and paint the crankcase. And I think when I paint the crankcase, and this is only painted from here up, it doesn't look like this part was painted. I think that's just bare aluminum. And it had a 0157 written there in magic marker. So I'll re-magic marker that on. But I think the engine will be next, so I can start, you know, putting some of the bike back together so I don't have such a mess in the garage, so I have a place to work. And the fenders just need sand and paint. I have the paint for them already mixed, so I'll work on, and while that's drying to the touch, I'm not going to do anything in here. That's just going to hang there. I'm going to even leave the truck out, and then I'll clean this up like I say next, and we'll go to town on cleaning parts, you know, like that, and a lot of stuff here needs to be cleaned up, harnesses and stuff. So once the paint's dry, I'll start cleaning. I got a lot of stuff to buff too, a lot of bolts and fasteners, and the weather's turning nice, so I can take my buffer outside and do the buffing outside so I don't make a mess in the garage. But anyway, there we go. I'm going to clean the spray gun up, and then I think we'll end this video here so you can see what I'm doing on the bike if you're curious. And if you like what I'm doing, hit that thumbs up icon. It certainly helps. Doesn't cost you anything. It helps me out though. And definitely subscribe if you like my channel. And thank you for watching my video.